I'm Ryan Besson from the PopCulturists, and I'm here with Buddy from Review Culture.
Ryan,
Hey man,
what's happening?
we just went and played Detroit like twice.
Did. Oh, it was amazing.
So Detroit Become Human is here playable, which is insane because it's, as far as we know, it's 2018, no release date. So what do you think?
It was already my most anticipated game of EB Expo coming here. It was like my priority to see. And after playing like the short 10-15 minute demo, holy shit, this is my most anticipated game of 2018 now, easily.
I looked from the other side. I was like, meh. I'm like, no, Detroit. I'm like, meh. It looked alright. It looked pretty cool. Like, the first trailer we saw, which was sort of what we played, which was the skyscraper interrogation thing. I was like, this is rad.
Yeah.
And then this year they showed the trailer of like Grey's Anatomy dude doing things. I'm like, this is not the game I want to play. But having played the interrogation thing, rad. I'm totally in. I'm picking this shit up. Like, easy done. So the credit to David Cage Games is its multiple branching storylines. So we could all have different outcomes, and we did. You did, I did, Dylan did, Josh did. All had different outcomes. What was yours?
So first time I played through, so you're going through this hostage negotiation scene where you're trying to like talk an android that's kind of gone off the hinges from, got this hostage girl. I was actually successful in saving the girl, and the android like died or whatever. The SWAT took him out, and I kind of survived that as well. But just hearing from like what Josh had with his scenario and then your scenario as well, it's like kind of subtle differences, or
so when first time I played, I had the same response. So there's two kind of different sections. The first one is gathering information, gathering all that sort of stuff. So you're scoping out the house, getting as much detail as you can about Daniel, who's the crazy android. Your name's Connor. So as Connor, you're looking around, you're sussing out, reconstructing the room like Batman style. So when the first time I did that, I only got like 60%, 70% of the information that I needed. Wanted out, 99% success rate. Dude's fine. I saved the kid. I'm cool. Kids, Daniel straight up dead, like blown apart. This time I was like, I'm gonna go out and be an absolute dickhole. Like I just wanted my success rate to plummet. So every answer I gave was like, boom, boom, boom. I'm like,
I did exactly the same thing. Second playthrough, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to see how much I can push the boundaries. I'm going to lie about having a weapon. I'm going to blame the android for being in this situation. I'm going to show no empathy, no sympathy. I'm just like
if only there was like a "fuck you, Daniel" button, I would have pressed that button.
I'd
just
be spamming it.
And then so. You find a gun, which I didn't find the first time. So, Josh had to tell me, he's like, there's a gun under the table after you reconstruct the scene. So I find the gun, I go out there, I'm like, have it on my back. He's like, you got a gun? I'm like, no, man, no. But then I wasn't able to pull it out and shoot him. Instead, I inched closer and he pulled back. I had to save the kid, grab him, and I fell. But Josh went different. He lied about the gun, wandered in there, pulled the gun out and shot the dude in the face.
That's what Josh does, he's just a baller. Just
no nonsense, just like kick the curtain and just...
Mission successful. But for me, it was like, is the little details that kind of work. Like when you're scoping through the first part of the house, there are little things that mean nothing to the ground, like information. Like you find a fish on the ground, like, oh, okay, somehow it's fallen out of the fish tank. There you go, done. So then, find a frame, and then you can analyze their faces and pick up their names, and those little details I think is really, really clever.
I had an interesting moment when you first get there and you speak to like the SWAT captain who's kind of handling the situation. There's a box with an empty gun, kind of where the android stolen the weapon from, and you analyze the bullets, and the bullet casings say that there was 25 bullet clip. Now for me, I'm already thinking ahead. I'm like, okay, 25 bullets in this clip.
You're trying to hear shots?
Later on, I'm counting shots of, there's 2 bodies on the floor, this guy's been shot 3 times, there's 3 shots into this guy. I'm counting the rounds just in case that's information that could be useful to me later on. And it wasn't for this particular scenario, but I'm thinking maybe later on in like the full version of the game, it might come down to actually, instead of just pressing, face buttons to get the outcome, that you might have to remember some of this information and use it to your advantage. So
what surprised me most of all was the emotional connection that I somehow got for Daniel. In like the 5 to 10 minutes that we had with him, like I felt from him like, no, your reasons are sort of valid, man. Like you're doing the wrong thing, but they're valid. Like you're being replaced. Like spoilers, you're being replaced. Like that's fucking heartbreaking.
I legitimately felt bad that in my first playthrough, I was great. I got the hostage free, but for Daniel like to get shot and pass away, I was like, oh my god! Like even though he's an android and I'm an android, and we're just here programmed and doing our thing, I was like, oh my god! In that 5 brief moment we had on that roof where I'm trying to build a trust and a connection, I lied to him and it's costing him his life, even though he's a robot.
Because I lied, and he's like, you lied to me. I'm like, oh, I totally did. And then like get shot in the face. I'm like, oh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then there's the other option when you fall off, like, because Connor, being the robot that's good and well behaved and there for his job, he just turns around, he's like, cold hard bitch. He's like, and then it's like, mission accomplished. I'm like, oh, you beast of shit, just killed him, man.
No.
And you're okay with it? And the other option is that when you fall off the edge of the building, he has this like zen moment of like clarity. It's like, as he's like, I know I'm going to die, close his eyes, smiles a little bit, and it's like, I'm really impressed with this game,
brilliant.
like so much more than I expected.
Yeah.
But anyways, so you 100% picking it up?
100%. I was already going to pick it up. I am a renowned Sony man. I buy their first-party games. I'm big into this exclusives, especially the narrative-driven games. I didn't quite get into Heavy Rain. Like I played a little bit of it, but for this to like build on Heavy Rain and have those kind of Until Dawn like skill trees, like that's something that I'm like really keen on. So 100% in. Bring it to me now. I want it now. Now!
I'm in the same boat. Didn't really play Heavy Rain, but David Cage, I love what he does. Fahrenheit on the PS2 was big thumbs up for me. I'm 100% jumping back into this. This is rad. I'm Ryan Betson.
I'm Buddy Watson.
He's from Review Culture. I'm from the PopCulturists. And what was that, Dylan? When's it available? February of 2018. Better have a time. I just
February? You knew the date and you've been holding out on me?
I just made up February. You heard it here first. 2018, Detroit Become Human.